Welcome back to my channel. My name is Abigail B, and on this channel I do talk about and I give you advice about how you can really optimize your space to meet its full potential, and whilst doing it on a budget, I must say. Like, we don't have to spend so much cash, and I teach you how you can do that. Now, if you love this kind of topic, if this is your thing or you want to learn more, please do not forget to subscribe, like this video, comment please. Even if you want to share some love or you want to ask some questions, just do that in the comments below, and I will give some information in the description. I'm also on Instagram as well, on the Better Space, so please do not forget to follow me there too. Now, we are going to be talking about today on this video, let me adjust slightly, but like it was like too high before. Okay, so on this video we're going to be talking about how to make neutral homes not look boring and how you can make it look elevated and stylish. Now, with the minimal look, we saw before, it came quickly and it left as quick as it came. I personally, I wasn't really for it. I did like the feel that, you know, just having your space less cluttered and feeling quite free and a bit more of, you know, free movement happening, and I really think that's very important in any type of design that you're doing. However, the very plain Jane, that Kim Kardashian cave-like look, I just thought it was just, I don't know, it's just too earthy. It's not personal, you know, you don't have that kind of authenticity to it. It's not very stylish, it's just really bland, and that's just my opinion. However, there is ways, if you did want to go that type of look, that you can try and just elevate it a little bit, make it look a little bit more luxurious, a bit of like sense to it as well, you know, making it make sense. So yeah, I'm going to teach you, if you did like that kind of minimal style, or you just like neutral decor, which is, I say, it's really in. Neutral decor has been in for about a couple of years now. You know, we've got rid of the greys and the silver and all the rest of that kind of nonsense. Sorry, don't be offended if you're still into it, because if you like it, you like it, you know, I don't make the rules, as I always say. So yeah, but neutral is really in at the moment, but it can look a bit of copy and paste. So here's how to add a little bit of a different twist to it, make it your own, but make it look very stylish. So first is first. I always talk about colors, because colors are very important. Now, if you're going for a very monochromatic look, which means that you're using all the same colors, but you just different shades of it. Also, in monochromatic, you can also add another color as well, so add contrast. That's all well and good. But I would say in most design rules, as we always talk about, the rule of 3. So think about that as well, and add in one more extra color in there if you can, if you may, just add one more color, okay? So yeah, if you're going for like the beige, I would say on the same type of spectrum of color, on that kind of circle, maybe pick a brown, and maybe pick a burnt orange or terracotta orange, which is really nice, and that beautiful blend really does add a kind of dynamic to it. It's a nice, I know I keep talking about food, maybe because whenever I do my videos I'm always hungry. But it's a nice blend. It's like when you're making your stew and you add a bit of seasoning, a bit of salt, a bit of pepper. Like if you just added salt and pepper in it, it would just be one monotone, and it just doesn't add flavor. So that's where I was coming from, is the flavor that we're adding to it. So add in another color, have 3 colors, and make sure that one of those colors is a bit more potent. So the brown, go for like a darker brown, and then you add the contrast with your lighter beige and then your terracotta orange in there as well, and it's a beautiful blend. And that's just one example. You can add maybe green, you can add maybe purple, and these are little accents. Whilst doing so, I must say, remember the rule. Either way, we are using a third of it. Remember, always a 3 of the prominent color, and then adding in your accents in there as well to balance it all out. So you can use either one of those concepts, but it really does add that beautiful, perfect blend in your space. Another way to add some fun and also to make it not look so bland and boring, and it is a little bit coming off what I've just spoken about in terms of color, I would say, is in your artwork. So I wouldn't really suggest, and I have said this so many times, like going for, you know, the mass product prints that they have out there, if you can. If you can't really opt from it and it's making sense in terms of pricing, and also you love the design, then of course just go for it. But go for like a nice big size, and go for one that has a lot of character to it, a lot of dynamic to it, and density in it as well. Not like ones I'm just going to show you here, because again it just looks very bland and boring. Like, add a bit of it in, and the way you can do that is black. So the accent of black is just something you add in. It's like the all-purpose seasoning, or it's like that really nice potent touch in it that really does bring everything together. So yeah, go for artwork that has touches of black in there, or dark colors, or even some metals in there as well. And the sizing is important, because again, don't have so many. It can look very visually busy. And that's not what we're trying to do here. We're really trying to elevate it. And this same concept applies to your bedroom as well, or even your kitchen. If we're going for a very kind of minimalistic look, you know, you can add artwork in there. You can add some kind of character and dressing to your walls. Another thing I would say, if you really want to add some kind of fun to your space, your neutral colors, is definitely add some textures in there. So when you have your cushions or even your rugs, don't just go for just the very low piled one, or even sometimes the jute ones can be a bit boring in a sense, because it's just too kind of there's no sense of togetherness with it. I don't know how to say it. Like, it's not soft to the eye. It's just very harsh. That's it. It's very harsh. So I would say go with some nice wool type of textures in your rugs, in your cushions, your curtains. Maybe go for linen. If we're talking about bedrooms, like your bedding, even though you have white, because I would suggest maybe just go for white. Yeah. So even if you have white, maybe your throne can be like a really nice fluffy or textured throw on there with a different color as well. Just adding it in there, different textures. Like, it doesn't all have to be exactly the same. You can have cotton, you can have linen, mix it all up, and it really adds a beautiful blend, and it adds so much style to it as well. Another thing I would say as well with neutral is you want to bring it to life, and the only way you can bring this to life is if you add plants. Plants just add this, and I must say it doesn't have to be real, because I myself, I am not really good at keeping plants alive. They just die on me. I'm just like, ooh. I'll go to the shops and I see one, I'm like, oh my gosh, this is so nice, like, I can't wait to be a plant mummy, and I bring it in my house and I water it and I talk to it and all the rest of it, and yeah, I just don't keep up with it, it dies. So if you're like me, go for a fake one. But when you pick the fake one as well, don't go for one that looks so fake as well, because again, it's really going to devalue the space, and it looks cheap, it doesn't look nice. So go for one as realistic as possible. You can get really good ones on Amazon. IKEA do some really good ones as well. The Range, all the rest of it. So yeah, make sure it looks as real as possible in there, but add the plants in. You need to add some greenery in there, and it really does bring the space to life when you do that. And I'm not talking about some little tiny little greeneries, just put them dotted around the room. Go for like a really big plant, maybe one that's on your windowsill that's really nice and big. And as I was showing so many pictures, it really does just adds a little bit of vavavoom, it just says, oh, there's someone living here. This is intentional. It's lovely. I'm keep using my hands. I'm going to stop now. I'm going to put my hands on my lap, because it can be a bit distracting. I don't know why I do that when I'm talking. I'm going to stop. Let me know if I do it again. But yeah, add some plants in there. That's the end of that. Just add some plants. Another thing I would say also with like your aesthetics, things that you're bringing in a room, just add things that look very kind of architectural. I think they look really nice and make it look very high-end as well, very unique. So if you have like an accent chair, just don't go for the bland, I was gonna say 4 legs, but if it doesn't have 4 legs, it's not gonna really stand up, is it? But you know what I mean, like just not the boring like 1 2 3. Maybe having some curves in there as well, curves in the arms, curves in the legs. Even the color of it can be a complete contrast to the colors in your room. It just really allows it to really look quite elevated and significant, and that architectural feel is also emulating more to a luxurious style. So you're winning, having the best of both worlds in here. So yeah, definitely do that. And even with like your decor pieces, like your sculptural your sculptural pieces in there as well. Like as you can see behind me, it is cracked. There's a story behind that, but even though it's cracked, it adds some authenticity to it as well. It makes it look very kind of vintage. I'm just making this up, but yeah, this is just not the ordinary type of vase. Like you could have just gone for like a black vase or like a clay vase and just leave it there, but can you see how much different, you know, the patterns this has got in there, and the shapes and the colors of it? It really does add more texture to it, and it makes it look very visually interesting. So just remember that in your aesthetics as well, you know, bring some visual interest, you know, with patterns, shapes, sizes, textures, the rest of it. But yeah, I love this one. It's one of my favorites. But yeah, and add some metals. I would also say, you know, if you add the metals with the marble and the natural tones, the woods, like especially like brass and wood, oh my god, it's such a beautiful blend. And doing that really does add a bit more character, a bit more interest, which is what we're doing here. It looks so nice. I would really highly recommend adding some metals in there and marbles, not just your wood and so on and so forth, because that's more of like a farmhouse feel. And I am probably going to do a video soon about a different type of design style that's not resonating with any luxury, but you still want to try to elevate that type of design style. I will do it. It's coming because I've had a request for it. But yeah, definitely doing that will bring the space together and make it look more beautified, if that's even a word, but it's happening. I've said it now. I've put it out there. I hope these tips were useful. I hope you're looking around your room and thinking, what can I change? What can I bring? What can I kind of like recycle or just kind of maximize what I've got? As I said, I am very welcome to ask any questions and write in the comments box. I also do one-to-one help with people as well, so if you want to book a consultation and we will go from there, so I can help you design your room, please check out my website and you'll see my services on there. I'll be so happy to help you on that. Now please come back to watch another video. As I do all of these sit down talk videos, I feel like you enjoy this more than my vlogs, so I will be doing more. There's more coming. But yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, and I will see you in another video. Thanks, bye.